Abidjan under pressure, is Côte d'Ivoire at a breaking point? Abidjan, CTE d'Ivoire, the streets of Abidjan are restless. Not with fireworks or festivals, but with the quiet tension of a country standing at a political crossroads. The October 2025 elections are fast approaching, but instead of hope, many Ivorians feel a familiar dread. At the heart of the current uproar is the exclusion of prominent opposition figures, most notably former Credit Suisse CEO Tidjane Thiam, from the electoral process. The official reason? His dual nationality. But to many citizens, this smells less like a legal technicality and more like a carefully calculated power move. Some even believe this clears the way for President Alassane Ouattara to chase a highly controversial fourth term. If that sounds familiar, it's because Ivory Coast has been here before. The post-election violence of 2010 still haunts the national psyche, as does the bloodshed of 2020. Now, many fear history might be repeating itself, not as tragedy, but as something even more orchestrated. Yet the tension in Ivory Coast today goes beyond ballots and borders. Beneath the political noise is a deeper current of frustration, one that echoes across Africa. A growing number of Ivorians say they are tired. Tired of outside hands pulling internal strings. Tired of economic systems that enrich the elite while the poor stay poor. Tired of a post-independence reality that feels more like a rebranded submission. This weariness has given rise to a now familiar term among the youth, neo-colonialism. It's a word whispered in cafes and shouted in protest rallies. It speaks to a belief that, despite waving its own flag, Côte d'Ivoire's decisions, both political and economic, are still heavily swayed by external powers, especially the same European interests it supposedly broke free from decades ago. And yet, that's not the most unsettling accusation swirling through regional discourse. In a deeply fragile West Africa, where Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are fighting for their very survival under the banner of the AES alliance, whispers are growing louder. Has Ivory Coast become a quiet sanctuary for those who destabilize the region? While no official report openly confirms it, security analysts and Pan-African observers have raised red flags, alleging that hostile actors launching attacks on Sahelian states may be slipping through Ivory Coast's porous borders. The Ivorian government, for its part, has taken strong security measures along its northern frontier. But that hasn't stopped the speculation, or the suspicion, that some militant elements find safe passage, if not safe haven, within Ivorian territory. For the average citizen, the message is clear: something feels off. With tensions rising, borders blurring, and democracy bending, the question now lingers in the air like heavy humidity over Abidjan: is Côte d'Ivoire heading toward renewal, or rupture? And more urgently, whose hands are really steering the wheel?